What is a trigger lead? Simply put, when you go to have your credit pulled, other lenders, and it could be even for auto loans or other type of loans, but other entities pay for that information when you have your credit pulled. So what happens? You pull your credit and that triggers a new lead for some of these companies who are paying for your information. Simply put, credit agencies sell your information to other interested parties to try to get your financing. Now, in mortgage world, what does that look like when you're going to buy a home? Typically that looks like, hey, we have a discussion, we go ahead, we get your application set up, we talk about the best loan products for you, and then we have your credit pulled. If you are not opted out or on the do not call registry list, then at that point, the credit agencies sell your information to one or multiple other entities that have interest that are paying for that data. And then they have the ability to reach out and contact you. Now, we have seen this in the form of dozens of phone calls, even 50, 60 plus phone calls within a day or two after having your credit pulled. But in some instances, there's nothing at all. The person that purchased that lead really didn't end up following up whatsoever. So it sometimes can be hit or miss. But the deal is, over the last year, we have seen the calls drastically pick up for clients who have not opted out or are not on the do not call registry list. So unless you want to have those phone calls and get hit with them immediately after having your credit pulled, you need to make sure that you get opted out or you get on the do not call registry list. Very simple. You can go to optoutprescreen.com. That is one entity that all three credit agencies allow people to go to be opted off their list. You can opt to get off the list for 5 years if you do it electronically. Just takes a couple quick minutes. Optoutprescreen.com, fill the information out, you're off the list for 5 years. Or you can mail them a letter and get off the list indefinitely. Another way of doing it is going to donotcall.gov and getting put on the do not call registry list. Very simple. All those agencies who are purchasing this data and making calls to our borrowers who have had their credit pulled when they're doing applications, they have to follow the do not call registry list. And if you get on there, once those are updated, you get off of those lists as well. So optoutprescreen.com and donotcall.gov are the two options that you really have to get off those lists if you don't want to get hit with all those phone calls making different credit inquiries and requests from you. Hope this helps you go out and win a home. Take care.